grew up in 220 and 3.
And you're listening to 4ZZZ.
Australia's first ever community radio station, 4ZZZ, hit Brisbane's airwaves December 8, 1975. Housed at the University of Queensland, 4ZZZ was the only media outlet willing to provide an alternative news source for the people of Brisbane. The only media outlet who dared speak out against the government was 4ZZZ. Their mantra, agitate, educate, organise, helped to empower listeners who long for change under a corrupt government.
4ZZZ is one of Brisbane's longest running independent community broadcasters. Our programming consists of Locked In program, a prisoner show, Dykes and Mics and Clear Radio. We also have our Z Games book club. We've got the Brisbane music show, jazz show. There's lots of different, shows the interests for many different members of our community.
If you're listening to Locked In, it's 10 to 7, and don't forget that we do come with a strong language warning. I'm going to keep going through some more Facebook requests until Charlie comes back with the rest of his instructions.
Locked In basically is a radio show that informs from inmates from their family and friends on the outside messages that they can't pass on every normal day life.
Shout out to Jake Shackleton. Hope you're doing okay. Friday is not too far away. Good luck and thinking of you. Love, Talia. Kiss, kiss, kiss.
Because of the jail system, your music content where you buy CDs from, it's very limited. So they'll request, I play the music and they record the music. Like I've got a request for 2 songs for someone next week that wants to record it because they cannot buy it. It's just the type of music that it is. And here's Stewie's song, Slayer, Skeletons of Society, number 7. Well, I've done about 22 years all up in jail, and I've been listening to Locked In since the year that's practically since it started. But I used to write in every week.
Can I get a huge shout out to all the boys all over? My boy 5'8" forever, Dave O'Dinkum. Love you, brother. Keep your head held high.
And I said to Heather, I said, well, listen, if you don't mind, I'll get out and I'll come in and help. Well, because I'm on parole for the rest of my life, I had to write to the Attorney General to get permission. But I'd done that before I got out of jail, so now I can come on the airways. It's not a problem.
One of the reasons that we came about back in 75 was the group of people realised that there was a need for an independent media voice, something that showcased and focused on things that mainstream media didn't. So 4ZZZ is sort of born out of that, and ever since then we've had a great bunch of journalists that volunteer here. We currently have our deadline programming, which is Monday to Friday in the morning. We also have our Brisbane Line show and our, what we call Radical Radio Collective with Anarchy Show, Echo Radio and Paradigm Shift. When there's something of emergency funding that we need, then generally we'll come up with a plan to fundraise, either through donations, events, subscription drives, etc. So for this year, when our transmitter cost came up and we needed to purchase a new transmitter, which was going to cost us around $50,000 for purchase and installation, we decided we had to really, come up with something to bring that funding in. And the way we did that was with transmission ignition, which we called for donations from our community. We offered our wattage from our new transmitter for $10 a pop, and people could purchase a watt, and therefore they received a certificate saying they were owner of Z wattage. Our motto, agitate, educate and organise, definitely, relates to not sitting by and just, letting things happen and focusing on those sort of things. It's actually getting out there, disturbing the peace a little to uncover what our community really need to sort of know about.
Audible Z.